Hey there, welcome to the Funny Farm. I'm going to show you how I set up a brooder for chicks. Make a new house for these little baby chicks. In my mudroom, I've got this big laundry sink. Just washed and dried this out. And they're going to live in here. We got good overhead light in here. And then we'll also have a brooder lamp. Little feed storage area there. We're going to put their chicken feed in. I'm going to cover my drain here with a little plastic lid. I don't want to use the plug because it's uneven. And right here at the lowest point is where I want to set my water in case it spills. So now we got the bottom lined with a piece of a feed bag I cut out. This makes it really easy to lift the whole thing out at once to put in fresh. You can also use paper towels or newspaper. Okay, now I've got it filled up with chips for the chickens. I like to use aspen because it has less of the aromatic oils that are in pine and stuff that can irritate chickens' lungs. We got our little feeder and water set up. There's their extra feed in the feed trough. If you don't have a deep sink like this, you can use a Rubbermaid tub just to make sure that you have something big enough to put like a wire grate over the top so they can't get out. What I use for my wire grate on the top is a side piece from an old dog kennel. I like this because it's nice and stiff and it doesn't go anywhere. And then what I usually do on the one side is I will duct tape it to the counter so it stays put, and then I can just open it up to feed the chickens. Not have to worry about it falling in on them. Okay, we got their feed and water in here now, so we're going to start putting little babies inside. When you put each little chicken, you want them to know where the water is, so you want to dip a beak. Here's number 2. Number 3. These first 3 are Easter eggers of mixed variety. Not sure what they're going to be. And then these last 3 here are little Morans, and they're going to be feather-footed. And they lay the super dark brown eggs. I really wanted to get some speckled Sussex this year, but I have already too many regular brown egg layers, and I like to have variety in my egg basket. So we wanted some more blue and green and dark brown egg laying chicks. They've all already discovered the food by themselves. I didn't have to show them that. I was on somebody else's YouTube page, I can't remember who, and they were saying that they needed to negotiate with their husband for more chickens. And I said, I don't negotiate with my husband. He knows they're coming, and he just laughs at me when they show up. But he spent his summers on his grandparents' farm milking cows, so he understands you gotta replenish the herd. We are, however, in negotiations for goats. But I think I have him about convinced of that one whenever I get the infrastructure set up. We live in the woods, and goats would be very helpful to keep the woods from overtaking the property and keeping the poison ivy nipped back. Got my gate tape there so you can see how it just lowers. And then what I do, I'm gonna adjust that. What I do is I set my heat lamp on top over here in the corner. So if they want to be warm, they can be over here. If they want to cool off, they can go to the other side. If you don't have a heat lamp or you don't want to buy one, you can also, and I've done this in the past, you can also just take a heating pad like you would use for your own back, put it underneath the bedding and turn it on, and they will find that warm spot and lay there. And they do really well with a heating pad too. So you don't necessarily have to buy a heat lamp if you don't want to. I'm gonna just use this little metal towel rack stand here to hold my heat lamp up. I'm gonna use my small heat lamp. I do have the clear light heat lamp on this one. I like it because I can see the chickens better than you can with the red lamps. A couple of them have already discovered where the warm spot is and are taking a nap. Hi, babies. Such cuteness. Got a couple over there eating. We do also have this kind of heat lamp, which is like the giant kind with the cage in it. Use this one mostly in the barn. These are nice in the barns because if they fall down, it keeps the hot part of the lamp away from your bedding or straw or whatever. It's supposed to make it safer for starting a fire. But we're gonna use the tiny one in here. Are you looking at me? Are you looking at me? Hi, babies. I don't like to do this chicks this early because it's cold outside, although it's nice and warm today. Did get some outside garden hardening off of seedlings started in the afternoon sunshine. But if you lose power and they're outside and it's 20 degrees at night, you got dead chicks. So that's why I like to do them inside at this time of year when it's still cold out. I'll give you a shot of the seedlings in the sun at the end. In the meantime, enjoy Baby Chick TV. They won't try and fly out now, but this grate keeps them from flying out as they get bigger. Because in a week or so, they'll be climbing up on top of the feeder and the waterer and trying to fly out. And then if they do, we've got dogs that might decide they look like a fun chew toy. So they'll probably stay in here maybe a week or two, then they might graduate to the garage, and then won't go outside into the cold until they're fully feathered. We may also hatch some leghorns this year, because we have a mixed leghorn rooster and some white and brown leghorn girls. So I might try and hatch a few of those. Thanks for watching. Veggies at the end. We got a lot more tomatoes popping up. And some in the tray too that was planted a day later too. And we also brought some of our veggies out to get some natural sunshine to start hardening off in the afternoon sun today. So it was a good day. Baby chickens and some sunshine. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.